see them do that some, but they much prefer, Kevin, simply to grind it out.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. And here is Conley. The second chance effort. It's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
From deep Harden. That one's not going to go. Now the Jazz take it the other way. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. And, of course, he said the key tonight will be slowing down James Harden, who isn't just a great scorer, but a great playmaker as well. He can punish any defense that overcommits. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Conley feeling it out. Makes it off the glass.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Irving. And he overshot that one, missing.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first man.
Gobert, the pass to Bogdanovich. With the floater. Jordan with the rebound. The Nets have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against Golden State.
A gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
This one for 3. And the Nets miss again. The Jazz have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And it's Mitchell missing. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Griffin. No good on that one. Gobert with the defensive effort. So the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Mitchell outside. Gobert trying to get open, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
And the first one drops. Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
So he gets them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Yeah, trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
let's check out some stats for Mitchell. Good season for him last year. He averaged about 23 points a game last year, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And really for him, it's about putting in the work and improving his game.
Yeah, and I think he wants to. It's one of those things where you either want it or you don't, and he does.
Now here's Jordan. His last outing, he had 8 points. On its way from Irving for 2. That one off the back iron and out.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Count that one.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Here's Irving. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Irving, good.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Conley against Irving. Conley's shot is off.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Irving looking over the floor. Pass to Durant. Shoots. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Conley with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City. Here's Mitchell from 13 feet. It goes down.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Irving passes to Jordan. He kicks to Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Conley, the pass to Bogdanovich. Great D that time from Griffin. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Warriors. Durant, wide open, he fires. Tries again. A shot by Jordan, no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Irving kicks to Jordan. Now Irving. Harden outside. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Love the speed with which Harden gets his shot off. Timing his release beautifully off the pass. Nice stuff.
Passes it to Gobert. Tipped away. Mitchell outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Harden. Bogdanovich dishes to Conley. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Bogdanovich, know what? And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. 6-point game. They grab their own miss. Durant, after 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Yeah, I just love how Durant finishes over contact, not allowing the D to contain it.
Outside Conley. There's the pass to Gobert. Kicks it to Mitchell. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
And season 4 for Coach Kenny Atkinson with the Nets. You got to be impressed with the job he's done in Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know, Kenny is a hard worker. He's a bit of a grinder if you were trying to term what category he might fit into. And you see that in his team. And, you know, he admits it. He's getting better just like his players are. And that's a great, great statement because we're all hopefully getting better as we move forward.
Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason. And the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. James Harden is second.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Nets on defense, trailing by 2. Here is Conley. They get it again. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 6 points.
When you can make adjustments to the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Let's take a moment to check out Kevin Durant here. He's coming off an excellent season. 8th in scoring, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead, Greg.
Harden against Mitchell. Harden the pass to Griffin. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Here's Conley. Goes back up. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. And the Jazz lead by 8.
Already, they piled up 8 second chance points.
Feasting on those backboards. I love that physicality.
Harden inside the three-point line. And the Nets miss again.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Conley against Irving. Conley kicks to O'Neal. Nice D from Griffin.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And the basket by Harden.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Now, here's Mitchell. Pass to Gobert. Mitchell looking it over. 6 to shoot. To the right side. Here's O'Neal. The rebound by Harden.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass. Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
O'Neal passes to Mitchell. Now Bogdanovich. Guarded by KD. And Bogdanovich kicks to Mitchell. Puts it up. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Now, here's Mitchell. After the miss from KD. Bounce pass Conley. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Irving for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Irving's got 5.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
Now here is Conley. Basket made, just his second this contest. He's 2 for 7 now.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here is Harden. 6 points for him.
Terrific ball movement. Harden with perfect timing on the pass. That's often overlooked when the pass gets there. He relishes his role as distributor.
Now here is Conley. Pass to O'Neal. Gobert against Jordan. Passes it to Bogdanovich. O'Neal inside, and the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game. Joe Ingles is checked in for O'Neal. Here's Gobert. Really struggled in the loss against Oklahoma City. The pass to Ingles. Shot clock at 5. Here's Conley. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, you look at Mike Conley. He's been around a long time, folks. Double-digit years. He does a little bit of everything out there. And outstanding, not only in the locker room, but also in the community, too. Just 5-star in every way.
It's his first trip to the line. Free throw, no good. And Brooklyn making a change here. Harris is checked in. And the second free throw, good. Nets trail by 6. And here's Harden. He has 6. Lock at 6. From deep. It doesn't go for him.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Rudy Gobert, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Utah. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We come back right after this. Rudy Gobert talks about his expectations for the team.
Every year I want to keep getting better, and you know, people didn't really believe in our team a few years ago. They were kind of, you know, laughing at us. When I say I want to win a championship, people are laughing. But I believe that we're going to win a championship.
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking. And, Greg, you should be talking about winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And the guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Spencer Dinwiddie. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. And it's Claxton in at the center, locking down the middle. Now, here's Ingles. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Back to Bogdanovich. There's the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. And with all the accolades that James Harden has accumulated in his career, Clark, the one thing missing is a championship ring.
And, you know, there's no guarantees for however great you are individually that you'll win a championship. We've got a lot of great players that weren't able to get that done. But, you know, when you think about it, that's one thing that's keeping him from being in the all-time great shooting guard conversation in the eyes of some. Team success is critically important. Championships add to your resume, but I think at the end of the day, when you maximize your individual contributions, that should be worth something in terms of your recognition and accolades.
Here's Clarkson after the made shot from KD. Pass to Bogdanovich. Now here's Moutier, defended by Durant. Harris against Ingles. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Another miss by Utah. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
And the Jazz call time here. Mark, a lot of young players in this NBA becoming top 10 players as they mature. Who are some of the guys you spot that are really going to make a mark?
Well, they've already made a mark, and you anticipate it'll continue to be that way. Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell. I like Jaylen Brown in Boston, as well as Jason Tatum there. And clearly, Zion Williamson has a chance to be really special.
Now at the numbers for Harris, how he performed last season. Put up about 13 points per, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Now, here's Clarkson. 9 points last game. Back to Moutier. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Nets leading by 4. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And at 6'6", Spencer Dinwiddie's tall for a point guard, but Clark, despite his size, very slippery off the dribble.
Yeah, he's ill-like when you talk about him off the dribble, guys. I mean, excellent change of pace, and he's got a quick first step. And once he gets in the lane, his size helps him be a good finisher. Shoot 2.
First free throw is good.
And a great front office in Brooklyn. General manager Sean Marks taking over in 2016, and he just signed an extension.
And you know, guys, that San Antonio tree has some great branches on it all over the league, and he's one of them. I mean, he's been a player, a coach, has worked in the front office. Marks understands all sides of the basketball business.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie.
Well, I really like this kid in college at Colorado. An effective player is Spencer Dinwiddie. He really does it all. Scores, rebounds, passes, defends. Good all-around player.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Here's Moutier. The Jazz with another miss.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
There's Dinwiddie. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Here's KD. Great touch on the 16-footer. KD's got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn.
And Durant has just such a fluid release. Very efficient shooting the ball from that mid-range.
Moutier kicks to Bogdanovich. Clarkson against Harden. Pass to Moutier. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. He dishes it to Dinwiddie. Passes it to Claxton. Nets passing it around. And here's Harden for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Ingles dishes to Clarkson. Rebounded by the Nets. KD's got 4 rebounds in this game. And finished off by KD.
I mean, there are a lot of players who are smaller than Durant who can't put a defender on skates like he does.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Gobert finds Clarkson. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on James Harden.
As he often does, Clarkson pushing the action, drawing a trip to the line.
And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
Throw good, Clarkson. And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
And both free throws good for Clarkson. Clark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve the rebound?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
Here's Gobert. Spencer Dinwiddie picking up that last basket. The pass to Moutier. Pass to Ingles for the 3. It's good from long range. Ingles has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Here's Durant. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high, makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
Clarkson passes to Gobert. Back to Clarkson. Pass to Bogdanovich. Launches a 3. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you've got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
And here's Moutier after Bojan Bogdanovich getting his shot to go from deep. Back to Moutier. He can't get it to go. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. From deep, Harden. Gobert pulls it in. Jazz trail by 4. Here's Clarkson. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Clarkson, sweet little floater. Clarkson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
KD looking around. Looking to get it going. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Exceptional strength. Harden is so smart at creating opportunities to get to the free throw line. Shooting 2.
Throw good, James Harden.
You know, no matter how you feel about James Harden, you've got to respect his love for the game. I mean, he absolutely lives and breathes basketball, and that passion has driven him to become the player he is today.
Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. Blake Griffin comes in for Harris. The Jazz also changing it up. O'Neal comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Mitchell in for Emmanuel Moutier. He hits both from the stripe. And Clark, last year Harden was quoted in saying most players don't really love basketball.
Well, I don't know about most. That seems a bit extreme. Maybe he feels that they don't love it as much as he does, which certainly you could understand. But I can say that very few players have the drive and determination to improve their game the way Harden has. That's part of why he's been an MVP.
Now, here's Mitchell. Second shot opportunity. Great D that time from Jordan.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used this contribution.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
You know what? Dinwiddie is very dependable at serving his teammates on the court. Seems like a natural leader.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Clarkson. O'Neal trying to break free. That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
And let's take a look at Joe Ingles. Here are his numbers. Last year, getting it done. He was around 12 points per game last year. 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man. Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Here's Griffin. Rebounded by the Jazz.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Now here's Conley. He has 5. Here's Mitchell. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, Durant is a prime-time threat to pound one down. Got to keep him away from the rim.
Conley dishes to Gobert. Here's O'Neal, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Kevin Durant. And Clark, your love for the Buckeye State has never been questioned. What was the best part of growing up as a kid in Ohio?
Well, I think a number of things. One, having family around, extended family as well as immediate family, but also the sports love that exists throughout the state and being able to experience that and enjoy that with my dad and siblings. That's special. And having a career in basketball that I've had makes it even more special.
That's good from O'Neal.
You know, for a team like the Nets, building without top picks, player development becomes critical. I mean, the Nets have made that a key focus for their franchise, and you can see the results paying dividends now.
O'Neal hits them both. Mark, you were talking about the Nets player development. Guys like Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris were signed as free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, a coaching staff dedicated to taking them to the next level in terms of improvement and player development. The investment they make in their top-notch training facility, all of that focus paying off for them.
And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1 3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Griffin hits them both.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
Now here's Gobert. He's got 14. Conley with it. Back to Mitchell. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 3rd assist on the night. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for Brooklyn. 6-point lead. And that one's good. Griffin.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that can be a mistake, but they weren't shooting it especially well early on, so I think it makes sense to shy away from the triple. It's so hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
Outside Jordan. Back to Irving. 56 seconds left in the second quarter. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. .55 seconds left in the first half of basketball. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from the wing. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. KD's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets. Conley against Dinwiddie. Conley the pass to Mitchell. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Banked in off the glass. Mitchell's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And there's the pass to Irving. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning.
Take a break.
Man,
Take a break.
it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good for Irving. 17 seconds left to play in the first half. Mitchell outside. Out to the wing. Conley with a wide open look. And Utah another 3.
And this pumps the whole team up. Conley's shooting ability brings energy and excitement.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
So I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 18 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
Once again, Kevin Durant, so consistent in his approach. Very seldom does he have an off night. And then once in a while, you have a night like this, he's unstoppable.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Jazz.
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And so in the game for the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. Now, here is O'Neal following the shot by Kevin Durant. O'Neal dishes to Conley. And Bogdanovich out top the key. 5 on the clock. Here's Mitchell. And the Jazz, another 3.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Conley against Irving. Back to Harden. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
Whenever Harden sprints inside, man, I love it. Has so many ways he can finish near the basket.
Now here's Conley. No good that time. Jordan with some nice D. And even 3-on-3 break. With the shot. Kept alive. Here's Griffin. Good. Nice job down low. Griffin's got 6.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunity.
Conley finds Mitchell. The shot that time, not on target. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others. You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
He gets that one.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys, Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D. Wade with how he plays.
Free throw dropped for Mitchell. Nets leading by 5. Irving passes to KD. Nets passing it around. Here's Harden. And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
You always got to track Harden, an elusive player who knows how to get it done inside.
Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. Out to Conley. On the wing, Mitchell. Clock at 4. Shot from 16. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Nets have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Lobs it up for Jordan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Now here's Conley, and Jordan sends it back. And Griffin, here we go. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Friday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Sacramento Kings. the first one at the line is good. Griffin hits them both. Jazz trail by 11. Outside Conley. Good D by Irving. The Nets have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Durant for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Conley against Irving. Now, here's Mitchell. He's covered closely.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
And the Jazz call time here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
The Jazz with some changes. Davis is checked in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Donovan Mitchell. Jazz trail by 16. Clarkson passes to Bogdanovich. Knocks it loose. That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. DeAndre Jordan third. Fourth, Rudy Gobert.
But these guys are always around the hoop, always with a nose for the ball. A dominant season inside for both.
Clarkson on the wing, guarded by Harden. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Conley. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
That ball, nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. 10 points for Mike Conley.
Nice look there from Bogdanovich, the shooter keeping an eye peeled and open for the open man.
Feeds it to Griffin. And no good that time. Ready by Bogdanovich. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way.
Transition defense not matching up well with Clarkson's speed there.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. At one point they led by 16. Here's Irving. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Irving's got 11.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Jazz trail by 14. Outside Conley. He kicks it to Bogdanovich. Over Jordan. Durant with some nice D. The Nets have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 15 rebounds.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Clarkson finds Conley. The Jazz working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. Clarkson on the wing. All sorts of time. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 19-7 run. And the basket by Harden.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here is Conley. James Harden picking up that last basket. Pass to Clarkson. Another miss by Utah.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And the Jazz with possession here. James Harden picking up that last basket. Irving against Conley. Basket good. 12 points for him.
Fantastic at capitalizing from those spots. Conley has a dynamite-looking jump shot.
Inside, Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
And the Jazz call time here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
The Jazz making a switch here. Ingles is checked in.
So a moment now to see the story on Kyrie Irving. He's coming off an excellent season, checking in at about 24 points per, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
He throw good, James Harden.
And, you know, after being a sixth man during the beginning of his career, Harden has blossomed into a big-time star. He's a top-tier combo guard in this league now.
Now, here's Clarkson. 6 points for him. And that one drops.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Jordan. Here's Irving. No good that time. Good work defensively by Conley. And he uses the glass on the layup. Conley's got 6 points in the quarter. Nets leading by 19 points. Irving passes to Harris. Kicks to Jordan. Harden draws the double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. It's the Nets now. Durant dishes to Harden. Jordan. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And it's Conley with the ball for the Jazz. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Ingles against Harden. Ingles kicks to Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 5. Fades back. A rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Conley against Irving. Lays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 13.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And here's Conley outside. And it's James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got 6 rebounds in the game.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
And even after the Achilles tear for Durant in the 2019 finals, he got a huge contract after he opted out.
Most teams felt they were willing to pay him while he rehabbed for a year. That was the case as the Nets gave him a 4-year max money deal. His next chapter is underway as he changed his number to 7.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Clarkson against Harden. Outside Conley. No good on the triple. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. And Durant can't get that one to fall.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively. And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley, he never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
Shoot 2.
The first free throw is good. And Greg, you talked to Conley, he'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for James Harden. And Conley drops them both. 1:33 left to play in the third. Dinwiddie outside. Banked in off the glass. Dinwiddie's got 6 points.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Now here's Gobert. 14 points for him, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Jazz have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. Good, Bogdanovich.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for the Jazz.
Rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
And that quick first step of Dinwiddie, very dangerous once he gets a foot advantage on the D.
Utah has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Irving against Mitchell. And the shot is good. Mitchell's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Pass to Harris. Outside Irving. Irving double team. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Jakar Sampson's checked in for Brooklyn. 24 seconds left in the third. Irving against Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Lets it fly. Offensive rebound. Jordan the pass to Harris. Takes a 3. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's Brooklyn cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a two guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Kyrie Irving is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Harris. And it's Sampson in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Mitchell from down in the low post. It goes. Mitchell's got 10 points in just the second half. Brooklyn leading by 20. Now Dinwiddie outside Irving. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got 9 rebounds now tonight. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Ingles against Harris. And it's good for 2.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now, here's Clarkson. Now the dish to Mitchell. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past. But the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft. Yeah, the first half was 1 to deep 6 or forget, but in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
Irving dishes to Sampson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
An absolute bully in the lane. Nothing the smaller defender could do there.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Joe Harris. Then for the Jazz, Royce O'Neal's checked in for Joe Ingles, and it's Moutier in for Clarkson. Jazz trail by 20. Moutier pass to Gobert. Back to Moutier. Nice ball movement by Utah. Passes to Bogdanovich. From outside off the mark. The Nets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Outside Jordan. On the wing, Irving. Irving double team. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
free throw drops for Griffin.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Griffin hits them both. We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important. Fans oftentimes that go across the line in interacting with players are usually fueled by alcohol. I don't know how you could control that element of it. The incidents are few and far between. We have seen a few more, but I still don't think it's an epidemic. But I think security, and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
Here's Moutier following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Irving with the steal. That will fall for his 7th bucket, 7 for 15 in this game.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Mitchell against Irving. Mitchell kicks to Moutier. And Jordan sends it back.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Got a piece of it. And the pass to O'Neal. Outside Bogdanovich. Clock at 6. Over Jordan. Another miss by Utah.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Pass to Gobert. The last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours in their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
And Gobert drops them both.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick. And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots.
And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. But Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. A common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
Here's Irving. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Short. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Utah has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Moutier passes to Davis. And it's sent back by Irving. But he gets it back. Moutier, no good.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
From 7, and Jordan with the nice inside bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
That one goes. Count it.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Irving kicks to Sampson. Clark, last season we saw more of the global game series from the NBA. A couple games in Mexico, one in England. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it really is, because I actually 6 years ago had a chance to be with the Pacers in the global games in the Philippines, and then Taipei, Taiwan with the Rockets. Great experience for the players and the organizations. It's an additional level of travel, no doubt, about a week to 10 days where you're in another country, but it's great for the game and it's great for the fans in those countries.
He misses the free throw. So for the Nets, Rodion Kurucs, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan, and Garrett Temple subbed in for Irving. Then for the Jazz, Bradley's checked in for Rudy Gobert, and Williams-Goss subbed in for Moutier. Good on the second free throw. Here's Williams-Goss. Outside Bradley. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Davis, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Here's Kurucs. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
Here's Sampson, and he banks in the layup. Sampson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Bradley, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Controlling the defensive glass has been a problem here tonight.
Big difference in second chance points, and that makes it tough.
Here's Kurucs. One-on-one fast break. Here's Williams-Goss, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Clark, the relationship between referees and players reaching a fever pitch. What can be done to smooth those waters and mend those fences?
Well, I think first and foremost, players have to give. Both sides have to give in this equation, but I think it's incumbent upon the players to accept and respect the position of the officials, and the officials have to also be willing to engage in interacting well with the players. It's a two-way street, but I think most of that is on the players because they have to control how they respond to officials more than officials have to respond to the players.
Good on both. Here's Temple. Pass to Kurucs. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, Clark, as one Latvian makes his way out of New York, another Latvian, Kurucs, makes his mark with the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, you know, the second rounder making an impact right out of the gates, ready to be an NBA impact player. He's an efficient scorer, a versatile defender. So far, so good from what I've seen.
That free throw, no good. Do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds?
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game, in my opinion.
He hits the second from the line. Clark, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall I think it's pretty solid.
Here's Claxton after the basket by Utah. Passes it to Temple. Nets passing it around. Sampson kicks to Temple. 6 on the shot clock. The three connects from three-point range.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Here's Niang. Now the pass to Brantley. The jump hook, and that one good.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Sampson, the pass to Claxton. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is off. Mark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep three at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter three if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that three more in line or symmetrical with the deep three at the top. I kind of like having a short corner three.
I agree with you. Now, here's Mitchell. Pass to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. 1:29 left to play in the final quarter. Really left alone that time. And that's now 19 points for Conley.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Nets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
Well, at least they're going to salvage a game from the season series after losing the first two.
And I think it says a lot about them that they were able to salvage this game. When you drop the first two against a team, you can often get down on yourself. They overcame that mental roadblock and were impressive in doing so.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Jordan.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Karuch, over by Conley. Kicks it to Temple. Pass to Luwawu. Three-pointer. That one misses. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, you guys were down early, but you came back. At what point did you take over the game?
I think we still came out a little flat at the beginning of the game, but, we got ourselves together, gathered ourselves, and we know that, in order to win games and championships, we have to come out and get stops. So that's what we did.
And that turned things around, DeAndre. Thank you. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg.